Hi viewers. Today we are going to see about the impact of facility management in the logistic park. Before we are going to see the impact of logistic park, impact of facility management in the logistic park, let us see the meaning of logistic. So logistic means what are all the occurrences which are occurred during the movements of the goods from the manufacturer place to the end user or customer. Understand that? What are all the events which are occurred during the movements of the manufacturer goods from the manufacturer place or factory to the end user or the customer. What do you mean by the logistic part? It is the place where the manufacturer keeps his goods for time being to send to their customer or their end user. It's a place where he is going to keep his goods only. Now let us see the infrastructures of the logistic park. Why I am saying we are going to see the facility management only. For the facility management, it is mandatory to the team to be known the infrastructures of the facility, infrastructures of the logistic park. Unless or otherwise, if you don't aware properly, the facility management team will not execute their work in the logistic park properly. The first and foremost place in the logistic park is warehouse. It is the place where the manufacturer keeps their goods for time being, for sending to the or to send to the end user. It is called a warehouse. The second one is the inventory section. Here, what are all the goods which are uploading in the warehouse? What are all the goods which are unloading in the warehouse are being vigilanced or maintained by this section, inventory section. The third one is fleet section or fleet management. Here, all the vehicles which are maintained by the logistic park, which are maintained by a group of people, they are occupied in the fleet section or fleet management. In general, all the drivers' schedules and their work and duties and responsibility which are maintained here only. And which vehicle maintenance, oil checking, brake checking, everything. It should be maintained, only the vehicle only, they should be maintained here only. There is a separate team which are occupied in there. They should maintain everything there only. Then package section. Package section means nothing but, as per the guidance or instruction which are received from the end user or the customer, the manufacturer guides to the package section to pack their goods to send to the end user or customer. The next one is compliant and regulatory section. It is the section to give the update information pertaining the law, what it has to conveys regarding the movements of the goods from the logistic part to the end user or some other place. The latest updated information or any amendment law which is in the force, which should be conveyed to the manufacturer. This is the first and foremost work to the compliance and regulatory section. Apart from this restroom, sometimes they are maintaining a canteen also. Sometimes there is some bank also just near the place or inside. These are very mandatory. Suppose it is owned by the government, the logistic park, it is mandatory to run the bank near the place of logistic park and inside the logistic park. But you should help the manufacturer to do the work fastly, immediately, at the earliest, to send the product or goods to the end user. Then gardening. It is first and it is the most important one, but it attracts the most of the manufacturer to keep the goods in the logistic park. So in the outside of the end boundary of the logistic park, they are maintaining a very good gardening. It is maintained by the soft service people of the logistic park. soft service people of the facility management and logistic people they are maintaining. These are the fundamental infrastructure. And then gate management also there. Let us discuss step by step. Also there. Then final one is the facility management team. What is the duty of the facility management team? They are maintaining the logistic part very clearly, neatly. They should rectify the issues of the equipments which are occupied in the logistic part to give the very good service to the manufacturer or those who are working in the logistic part. As far as the facility management concern, you know very well about, are you aware about that? There are two types of the facility management are there. The first one is hard service, the second one is the soft service. Most of the logistic part, the both hard and soft service works are being executed by a single umbrella. Single umbrella means a single contractor, and that a single contractor, both hard and the soft service works are being executed. It is not a mandatory. But when I went to observe some logistic work, I observed that both hard and soft service were maintained by the single contractor. But it is not a mandatory. These are all some fundamental concept about the logistic part and also the facility management. Now I want to give an example pertaining to the hard and soft service here. Suppose in the logistic part, an electrician, he receives a complaint pertaining to a chandelier. There is an issue in the chandelier. So it is a duty of an electrician to rectify the electrical issue which is at the chandelier only. Okay, understand? It is electric because he is a technically qualified person. He has to do that work only. Unexpectedly, the chandelier which is fallen down on the ground and it is broken into several pieces. All the broken glasses which are occupied in the room. Can, just imagine, can an electrician remove the broken piece from the room or the floor? No. For removing that broken piece of glass, there is a soft service cleaners which are available. These should come or they come and remove the broken glass. So electrician, he rectified only the electrical issues only in the chandelier. It is called the hard service. Soft service means cleaner, he came and removed the broken glass on the floor. It is called the soft service. Let us see this one more example in AC. An AC technician, he receives a complaint pertaining a water leakage in the AC. A particular room in the logistic part. What he has to do, he arrests the water leakage in the AC only. Unexpectedly, the whole room in the logistic part, it occupies with the water because of the water leakage of the AC. The AC technician doesn't remove the water from the room. It is not his duty. His duty already finished. He already rectified the water arresting issues in the AC. So for the removing water from the room, there is a soft service employees are there. They should come and remove the water from the room. It is a soft service. So AC issues which will be rectified by the AC technician, it is called the hard service. Then the water leakage, water which was occupied in the room, it was removed by the cleaner of the soft service, it is called the soft service. Understand what is the difference between the soft and hard service here? Now let us see that what are all the impacts which are existing in the logistic part, facility management. What are all the impacts of the facility management in the logistic part? For a facility management team, it is mandatory to have a very good asset list pertaining to the logistic part. Without having a pakka or proper asset list, the facility management team does not execute the work properly. And always a well-prepared asset list, this should be kept on the table of the facility manager. Because whenever an outsourcing person, they should come and approach pertaining to the equipments, particular equipments or rectify the issues, it is the duty of the manager should give the proper information to him. Hence, when a equipment it was defected earlier, whether they should be rectified by the annual maintenance contract or the warranty. It should be also mentioned in the asset list properly. Then, as far as CMM is concerned, whenever there is mentioned in the service level agreement regarding the CMMS, it is mandatory to maintain a CMMS. CMMS means computerized maintenance management system. It is a software to keep in the for execution of the facility management work in the logistic park. It is a mandatory because the CMM is a software. We should generate all kind of the report, even the manpower report, procurement, everything. We should generate the report from the CMM software. And also we should upload the asset list in the CMMS because for generating the planned preventive maintenance work order and also work orders. Work orders means breakdown work orders, because wherever we should approach to the client, what they should ask, did you raise the breakdown maintenance call or work order for a particular issues or not. Hence, when we should upload a proper asset list in the CMMS, we should get a proper work order and a planned preventive maintenance work order. So now we are going to see the hierarchy of the hard and soft service. In hard service, there is a facility manager. Under him, there is assistant or deputy or assistant manager. They are occupied under him. In absence of the facility manager, they are going to execute the work. After that, if the service level agreement agrees, they should deputize facility coordinator and facility executive up to facility coordinator. Sometimes they may be a decision maker, because in absence of the facility manager or assistant facility manager, the facility coordinator, he should act as a facility manager. Hence, he should include facility coordinator, also a signing authority or decision maker. Okay. Then facility executive, he is not a decision maker, he is an executor only. And later that there is a supervisor. From the supervisor to the labor. So under the supervisor there is a technician, senior technician and labor. They are the executor. What are all the decisions? What are all the decisions which is taken or which are taken by the manager pertaining to the some issues for execution? They should execute the work only. So the facility manager, under him another manager, two managers and a facility coordinator, they are the decision maker. Supervisors below the employees, they are working under them, under him, they are the executor. Same way in the soft service also, operation manager is the decision maker and signing authority. Under him the supervisors and the soft service employees, they are working. This is a common hierarchy. And also every day what they are doing in the logistic park, the facility management supervisor, they are advising the facility management team while handing over the work order or planned preventive work orders for execution of the work. What they are doing, they should hand over the bending call slip. Yesterday what they received the work orders and earlier what are all the bending work orders. They should be, suppose they receive the material immediately, so they should hand over the materials along the work order. They should do the work. Employee hand over the materials along the work order to the employees, subordinates, to do the work, this kind of work, that kind of work. They should advise them. Simultaneously, they should advise the safety principles also. It is mandatory safety principle and advise them. For example, I want to give an example here. So we don't use the tester as a screwdriver. It is most of the person they are doing this work. It is not their fault, but unexpectedly if they don't get to the screwdriver, what they have to do, they have a tester only. It is common mistake. Commonly they are doing the work. So you should advise them. Suppose by mistake we use some kind of the equipment this way, it will affect our life also. We will die also. Our health will be affected. So we should advise every day. And tool management. Every day the tool management and the safety procedure rules, they should advise to the employees every day while handovering the execution of the work orders to them for execution. It is mandatory to the supervisor to advise them properly for keeping their mind while execution of the work. It should help for the employees for their life safety. Store management. So what do you mean the store management? It is the most important one. Sometimes inside the logistic park, the store for the facility management, which is inside the logistic park. Sometimes they are keeping they keep the store outside of the logistic park. Sometimes they take the object from the outside of the storeroom and keep in the storeroom, which is inside the logistic park. So there is a proper inventory which should be maintained by the store management, because whenever there is an issue, they should approach immediately to the store only for getting the material for rectify the issues. So it is mandatory. Hence, it is mandatory to order the material properly and keep in the store. And each and every document should be properly maintained in the store itself. Next one is code of conduct. Nowadays, if you see the lot of sexual harassment and child abuse, these are the commonly occurrence crime which in the working place. Sexual harassment is the most common one. So we should prepare a Pakka code of conduct in the logistic park. This logistic park, because with hard and soft service people, they are working there. Even some of the women there, so they are working. There is possibility of the sexual harassment. So we should prepare a Pakka code of conduct. What are all the punishment we should be given to them when violation of the code of conduct of the procedure. And safety principles. It may be both hard and soft service, but it is mandatory to them to conduct a safety principle class with the help of the outsourcing personality and allow the employees of the hard and soft service to attend a seminar pertaining to the soft service which is conducted outside of the logistic park or service conducted by some other company. It is mandatory because it is related to our life, because hard service they are dealing with the equipments. Electrician, just they have to think by yourself. They are dealing with the power, current, energy, loading. Just you have to think, if they have to commit some mistake, he will be collapsed. So it is mandatory to the facility management team or the contractor to the importance of the employees' welfare also. Understand? Apart from this, there are some other important concepts are in the facility management of the facility management in the logistic part. Let us see step by step. Mobile, digitalized, integrated mobile app which is mandatory to the facility management team, because all time we can't depend upon the help desk for raising the breakdown maintenance call or the completion of the work in the breakdown work order or breakdown maintenance or the work order or the planned preventive maintenance. We should close that kind of the work even by our mobile. So it is mandatory to have a very good app, centralized or integrated digitalized app in the each and every employee's mobile. It should help the employees what are the latest events which are occurring in the facility management team to them. It is the most important. And gate management. Just you have to keep in the mind, inter and intra movements of the goods are being monitored by the web cameras in the premises of the logistic park. The main gate is the place all the vehicles are accrossed while they are going out and all the vehicles are coming inside. So in the gate management is the primary place. So the primary place, the gate, is being monitored by the several web cameras. For monitoring this type of the activities, there is a monitoring room is there. There is a employee soft service employees are sitting and monitoring each and every vehicle movements. What are all the activities which are at the main gate? Because this is the place where if there is a misbehavior which are occurred during the movements of the goods, it should be captured by the web camera footage only. But generally, the soft service people, they are occupying in as a security guard. But the web camera, it is maintained by the hard service people, especially electronic people. They should do the work in the properly. Well, keep in the mind, the facility management team, they can't do the work of fleet management. They can't do the work of the inventory employees of the logistic park. They can't do the loading and unloading of the work in the warehouse of the logistic park. Facility management is a team. They have a separate duties and responsibility. They should do that work. Suppose in the fleet management, vehicles are there. Suppose we have to give the moral support to the fleet management employees, nothing else. Moral support, but we can't go and sit at the vehicle. Suppose a vehicle is gets some repair, we can't go. A plumbing or mechanical technician, he doesn't go and sit at the fleet management premises and do or rectify the work of the vehicle. But we give the moral support only. We can't enter the inventory. What are all the materials, what are the goods which are loading and unloading in the warehouse. It is not our duty. Facility management, it has a separate work. Because the facility management team, they have to mingle with all section. They have to mingle with all section. All section, they should properly maintained. So, depends upon the goods only, all the employers, they are working. Suppose you have to see some in management, you are well aware, but in management there is a hospital maintenance, property maintenance, mall maintenance, etc. are there. There, the human being are the main sources. In hospital, patient and visitors are the main central focal point. So based on that, all the complaints are rising for execution of the work in the facility management. But in logistic park, goods are the central focal points. Inter and intra movements of the goods are the central focal point. So based on the goods movements, inter and intra movements, all the activities of the employees are existing in the logistic park. So logistic park is the place where the manufacturer has to keep the objects or goods for time being to send to their or his end user. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Bye.